It is race week. It is Sunday. We are 1 week away from Oregon 70.3, and Jacob here is going to get our bikes all right. Jacob is also racing, and he's going to get this bad boy race ready. Where's yours?
In the garage.
He's going to get his canyon ready too. So I'm handing the camera to Jacob. It's Bike Tech with Jacob.
Bike Tech with Jacob. I'll walk you through all the changes I make to Annie's bike, and we'll watch her bike go from a training bike to a race bike.
And this is what I do. I get out of here. You got it.
This is a sweatsuit. Annie's bike fully taken apart. I think we gotta take her chain off to wax it, but gonna give it a little cleaning. Got Annie's chain rings taken off, and we just are spraying down her chain before we're gonna wax it. I don't know if you can see the wax machine over there, but spraying this down, basically trying to get it all clean. Degreaser, we just go ham on this degreaser and clean it all out. There we go. Boom. Annie was rocking the 52-36. We're just gonna get all this stuff clean and put her on the 52 1x. A little bit more aero, a little bit less weight. And saying her bike is a little sticky is an understatement. That's just pure goo. All of this is just sticky to the finger. We got the washers just stuck basically to the thing. Gotta get this all cleaned. We're also replacing the grip tape on the handlebars. We got some holes in them right now, so get some new grip tape. Shout out to where is it? Shout out to FSA/Vision for the new bar tape. We have just waxed Annie's chain. It's 15 minutes. Hopefully this guy's not too hot. That guy is hot. Damn, that's hot. Alright. I think this black handle was not supposed to get in the waxed. It definitely did. Alrighty, and then you're supposed to lift it up. Oh, totally not to plan. There we go. That's to plan. Nice. We're gonna let her drip for, I think 15 minutes is how long it is. I gotta clean some spillage up, but overall looking pretty good. We got Annie's bottle cage, little band extender, and I run the fire on this bad boy. Look at that. Smoking. But now this band thing won't come undone. This is a finished one right here. I'll try to show how it works, but say have a bottle in here. Basically have the band underneath. You can pull it up over the lid. Pretty sweet. And then the bottle cannot come out. It definitely will not come out with that thing. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I got these little elastomer things from Home Depot. Take them apart. And then I got these also from Home Depot that are like, I don't even know what it's meant for. It's meant for like hanging like paintings. But got those from Home Depot. They work great for my bike, so tested them on Annie's. Good. Cranks are on with her new 1x. She's got her new disc wheel put on also. And then the wax chain, which is and then the wax chain, which is gonna take some time to bed in. I also put on this chain guide for her so she doesn't worry about dropping a chain or anything. I know it's not as aero, but I don't know, I don't want her to drop a chain. I think there are train tracks that you go over, and if you don't have a chain guide, your chain can potentially fall off. We put the big 11-34 cassette on the rear because there's a big climb and she's running 1x. And then I just set the B tension correct for switching the cassette, so it's like 6 mil in between these two. So shifting is going to be crisp and work great now. Gonna run through all the shifting. It is running good. I think the only thing she needs to do is probably do like, not necessarily 50 miles, but some amount of time, around an hour or something on the new chain, and it should bed in perfectly. Okay, Annie's bike is done. She's all ready to race now. I think I'm gonna add more sealant in her tire actually. That's like the last thing I need to do, and then pump it up. We're good to go.
Make you walk for basically a mile, okay? To the start. So my recommendation there is like, so I think you guys should also like meet up, do something all together because it will be fun.
Yeah. Do a little shakeout run or something. Cool. Sounds
Awesome.
good. Well, thanks, you. Okay.
Good one.
Yep,
Ciao.
talk soon. Bye.
Ciao.
Boom. Just got off the phone with Goo, and I'm also showing off my Flow Star skills. If you missed that, I got this little toy thing for a wedding present, and I'm getting really good at it, as you can see. But anyways, yeah, I just talked to my coach, kind of got some insight into the course. He raced it last year, so I just wanted to see what, learn about the swim, bike, and run course, and any tips and tricks. So if you're planning on racing Oregon, I could give you a little bit of the tips and tricks. You have to walk a mile down to the start of the swim, since it is downriver. And apparently last year, like, they say that the swim starts at 6:15, but they were letting people go before then. So he said to make sure you get down there early so that you can start early. And I really want to start early because of the heat. Like, even if it isn't that hot, which apparently it's not going to be, the weather keeps changing a lot on the app, but like, it's only a high of 77 right now, which is like nothing. But the earlier you get out there, the cooler it's gonna be. So I'm excited for that. I hope this is entertaining you, by the way, because it looks really cool to me. But anyways, yeah, so the swim, it's downriver, and it's like really downriver. It's gonna take like 19 minutes, so I'm really excited for that. And then the bike, it's an out and back. It's not very hilly at all, and should be a fast day out there. It's only like 1,100 feet of gain. The road conditions are okay. Like, they're not horrible, but they're not great. And then I've heard it's a super pretty bike course, so I'm excited to check that out. I love out and back courses, so I'm excited for that. And then the run is a 2-loop course. Besides that, I'm feeling like super relaxed for race day. Usually I'm already pretty nervous at this point. I think that's just coming with experience too. It doesn't really matter what the race is now. Like, I'm getting pretty good at staying chill, and I really race good that way. Like, of course on the day of the race I'll have some nerves, but like, being mostly pretty calm bodes me well, so I'm feeling excited. Later I'm going on a swim. I'm gonna go actually swim with Yasmin and Cora. I have my little race week swim. I'm not going to Masters this week. I'm sticking to my typical taper week. Actually doing it a little different because we are traveling to Oregon. We're going to be driving up Wednesday and Thursday, which kind of eats into my typical schedule with my taper, but we'll just see how it goes. Happy Tuesday. Today is definitely a logistics day for the race. We are getting ready to leave tomorrow. We are driving all the way from Southern California all the way up to Oregon. It's going to be like 14 hours. We're going to stop halfway at Jacob's cousin's house, and I got to get everything ready today. I have a run and then a bike later, and we got to pack everything up. Yesterday was really chill. I just did a swim, just my race week swim. Feeling really good in the water. I'm not too worried about it though, because if you know about Oregon, you know it is a downriver swim, and it is an intense downriver swim. It's going to take like 19 minutes. So did I really need to be swimming all these months? I don't know. Maybe I could have taken a little little break from that, but no, we're here for the long game. I have other races to worry about too, so of course I've been swimming. But right now I'm gonna go do my run, because if triathlon is anything, it is complicated and I gotta get everything packed and I don't want to forget anything, so let's get it done. I decided to cut my hair, but I've been really dealing with some issues with my ponytail, because look how small it is now. Usually I put it in a bun for the race and I don't know what I'm going to do, and this is my second problem because these little girlies don't like to stay in. That one, okay, that one is cooperating, but just give it a moment. And then I have just this little thing going on. And it does not go in a bun, so yeah. For race day, I think I'm just going to do the little ponytail. Hopefully my aero helmet like covers it so that, you know, cutting through the wind still. But, yeah, kind of struggling with that right now. Trying to be a good person and do my pre-run stretches. Oh, that was actually kind of hard. I would have worn different shoes. I think a misconception for race weeks that people make a mistake on is like being way too easy and just keeping it really chill. But I find that when I've done that in the past during my first few races, I feel super weak on race day. Like I don't have like my top end speed. So I definitely lower the volume. I'm only doing like 5 or 6 hours of training before the race this week. And then there's definitely intensity sprinkled in there. That run was actually kind of hard. You can see the chart right there. Follow my Strava if you want to know the actual details. I was just trying to gauge the effort during it, and I feel like if everything goes right during the race, like a 7:35 pace will be perfect, which is a 4:43 kilometer pace. If I can hit that, I will be very happy. Trying to pack my nutrition for the race, but first I have to figure out exactly what I need, and that's when I bring out my handy dandy Google Sheets, and I break down exactly how much carbs, sodium, and caffeine I will be having throughout the day. Always love a Stinger waffle and an electrolyte drink in transition. Then a caffeine gel before the swim, and then this is everything I'll be having on the bike. I'm shooting for 95 grams of carbs per hour and 1,200 milligrams of sodium per hour. And the run, I like to have a gel every 20 minutes, which will be 70 grams of carbs per hour and around 1,000 milligrams of sodium per hour. About to do my race week bike, and I'm very excited because I'm trying out a new platform. I'm trying out Rouvy. They hooked it up with a membership, and they also hooked it up with a discount code for you guys to check it out yourselves. I'd really appreciate if you guys checked it out and giving it a go for the first time. Pretty cool. It uploads your Training Peaks workouts, and then you can actually, the biggest part of why I've wanted to try it is you can go and find routes from Ironman. So of course we're trying out the Oregon course today. Look, they got it right there. Boom. Gotta start this workout. Dude, this is so cool. I'm literally on the course right now. Like, what? All done with the bike. Woohoo! Oh. Just packing up all my things. Look at that tri-suit. Is that not the coolest tri-suit in the world? With the coolest shoes to go with it? I'm gonna be hard to miss in Oregon, that's for sure. The helmet matches too. That's gonna look really cool. We're all ready to go. 3 bikes. We got our friend Chris's bike with us as well. We've got lots of things in the truck. Filled to the brim. Uploading the 3rd episode of Training Yasmin to be a Triathlete while we're on the road. And let's get it. We are headed to bed. I'm so glad we got here on Thursday because that was a lot of driving. 2 days of driving. My hair is disheveled and it was like 17 hours. Tomorrow we're gonna go swim the river to see how it is. I'm really excited. Our friend Chris will be getting here tonight, and it should really start to be feeling like race weekend starting tomorrow. But right now I'm gonna go sleep because I'm so tired. Numbers next to each other. 248, my favorite. Woo. Interesting. That current looks pretty strong. This is gonna be nice. They got the stairs they're gonna set up. Free shoes, a. Let's go. Open water swim time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go. Checking out the swim course before race day was definitely the move because it was really nice to see just how strong that current was. And I can confirm it was insanely strong. I was swimming 50 seconds per 100 yards without even trying. And it gave me a lot of confidence for race day that we were going to start off on a good note. Also, it was super nice to just check out Oregon. I mean, oh my gosh, this course is beautiful. Kevin from Vision hooked it up with some In-N-Out. But most importantly, look what we got in the back seat. We will show you when we get back to the house.
A wheel bag.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, the chain. What happened?
Oh, what the heck? No. My boy Kevin from Vision was also racing Oregon, and he brought me a gift on the way. And I got the new Metron TTW disc wheel, and Jacob's taking my TFW one for his Canyon. And of course I had to go take it out on a spin.
Whoa, careful. Whoa. Dude. Took that corner a little fast, dude.
I think we look cool. I don't know. I think this helmet looks sick. Saturday morning, we got in a little run in the morning just to see how the legs were feeling, and then we headed out for a shakeout ride to transition to go rack our bikes. I was a little nervous my legs were going to feel dead from all the driving, but honestly, they were totally fine. And we were also able to check out the run course, which was super nice just to get an idea of what was ahead of us the next day. Getting my bottles all ready for the race. And this is... Jacob, are you nervous at all? Because I don't...
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Oh. Sorry. Am I nervous?
Yeah.
No, I'm not nervous.
I feel cool as a cucumber.
Oh, you're talking to the camera.
I'm talking to both of you.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking to? No, I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Ready to have the first race where I don't cramp. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I'm excited. I'm just like excited.
He's actually having sodium this time, so it should work.
Yeah. I've learned my lesson.
clouds and everything.
Oh, I'm so sore. It's 2 days since the race, and as you can see, I'm freaking hurting because I went hard, okay? We went really, really hard, and that's how I love the feeling of being sore. So I love it, and I'm ready for my race recap. I wrote everything down so I don't forget. And let me set the scene for you guys. So this race starts super early. It started at 6:15, so I woke up at 3:45 to begin, but I honestly got great sleep, which is very rare for me because usually on race mornings or race night, you know, I'm having like the worst dreams. I always have the same nightmare that I sleep past the start and I'm like trying to catch up the entire day or something. So that was so weird to not have any pre-race nerves, and it was like the most freeing feeling I've ever felt. And it only took 10 Ironman races to finally not be nervous. So just do 10 Ironmans and then you guys, the nerves will not be there anymore. I got 6 hours of sleep, which sounds like pretty low, but honestly I felt super well rested. And the days leading up to the race, I got 9.5 hours of sleep for 3 nights. And the entire weekend was honestly very chill because I only knew Jacob and my friend Chris. So it was super laid back. I felt like I didn't have like a lot to do. Honestly, any free time, I was in the Airbnb on a beanbag, which I am definitely buying a beanbag because they are the best things in the world. And I was watching Love Island season 6, which is way better than Love Island season 7, just by the way. And that's how I will be spending every race weekend now. I'm going to be a hermit. I'm not going to talk to anyone. I am just going to be watching Love Island because that is what I have found really helps me have a great race. So we woke up at 3:45 and we headed out to transition at 4:30. We left the Airbnb and I still had no pre-race nerves, and usually like I can barely get down my breakfast. I'm like on the verge of just puking and just like it's just the worst. So this was just a totally different feeling. And for breakfast I had a banana and stroop waffle. I like to keep it pretty chill, nothing too heavy. And it was so beautiful in the morning. Like the sunrise was just beautiful. I was right next to Jacob and Chris in transition, so it was super fun to have people, familiar faces nearby. And I think around 5:45-ish, we started walking down to the swim start because since it is a downriver swim, you have to walk up to where you're starting. It was about 1.2 miles, which is the length of the swim. And it was actually like a nice warm up to the day because usually I don't really do much of a warm-up. I kind of jump around and swing my arms and stuff, but it was nice to like get a kind of a nice walk in before getting started. And then I had a calf gel like 10 minutes before we started. And then it was time. We jumped into the river. Guys, this current is insane. Like Ironman California is a downriver swim, but while I was swimming there, like you don't really notice the current sometimes. You're kind of thinking like, is it really downriver? Like you can't really tell. At Oregon, it's like, I could have been doing backstroke. I could have been doing whatever I wanted to do and I was gonna have a great swim no matter what. And I had a great swim, obviously. 19 minutes and 4 seconds. It was like 45 seconds per 100, which is just insane. And it is a great start to the day. I mean, it takes off 20 minutes of your swim time basically. And even though that doesn't sound like a lot, like in the grand scheme of things, it honestly does save you a lot of energy. And it felt like I had a lot more to give for the rest of the day. So if you're a bad swimmer, I mean, you could do a downriver. It is a cheat code. I'm kind of like, I don't know where my head is at with downrivers. I mean, it's not, like, is this really a half Ironman? Like, I don't know. It's like you're starting the day off easy. These are supposed to be hard events. So I don't know. I mean, it's really nice, but I don't know how I feel about Ironman putting on these swims with just like crazy currents. Like, I don't know. It kind of takes, like, the swim is supposed to be a hard thing that, you know, you put all this hours into the pool and stuff. So I'm 50-50 about it, but during this race, I really enjoyed it. So, I mean, how much shit can I talk about it, really? And anyways, so the swim went great. I found that, like, if I stayed to the left side of the river, it was, like, the current was insanely strong. So I stayed to the left as long as I could, but eventually we had to get to the right to make the turn buoy. And I made the mistake of getting over to the right too early. I should have stayed to the left as long as possible. I thought it'd be easier to veer over there a little sooner, but I should have stayed over there because my pace went way down when I did that. But we got out in 19 minutes and 4 seconds. I was 8th in my age group, 23rd female overall. And then we were in T1. This is I have never felt my heart rate so high going into transition. I think because there was a super steep ramp we had to run up, and then it was a pretty long run into transition. And I think I pushed harder on the last few hundred yards of the swim because I was like, well, I'm barely in the water anyway. Let's like push it, you know? And my heart rate was super high. I don't know. It felt like it was like 180 something, I swear. I still had a very smooth transition, just like got everything on really quickly. And it was 4 minutes and 43 seconds. My goal was 5 minutes. So I was very happy with that. As I was leaving transition, I heard Jacob yell to me. He was like, go Annie. So I knew he wasn't that far behind me, which meant that he had a great swim too. And then we were on to the bike. I loved this course, and it was really nice to pre-ride it on Rouvy because obviously I'm not from Oregon. I didn't have time to go ride the course. And it was really nice to be familiar with it. You know, like I saw like, oh look, it's the train that I saw at Rouvy. And I knew exactly like where the hills were gonna be. And it was nice to just be kind of familiar with the course. And my goal for this race was to do a sub 230 bike, which meant I had to hold 22.5 miles per hour. So I kept looking. I was pretty much looking at my computer a lot, making sure that my average speed was hitting that. And when I made it to the halfway point, I was there. I was exactly, it was like 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that's half of 230. I was like, cool, we are on track. The power was coming super easy to me, which it's always a toss up on race day. Like sometimes it feels super hard, sometimes it feels super easy. And today it was feeling super easy. One thing that always annoys me though, is when I see a lot of draft packs and I saw like 3 ginormous draft packs, and it's just like, it's annoying when you don't want to draft because that is cheating, but you see other people doing it. It's just like I try not to make it like mess with my day, but it's just like, come on guys. I don't know. But there were a lot of refs on course, so I'm hoping that there were a lot of penalties given out. But I saw that at the turnaround. I could see a lot of draft packs coming my way, and it's always guys, but then there's always girls sprinkled in it. So I'm like, ugh. My competition and whatever. So you can't worry too much about it. One thing that was concerning me though is I heard Jacob in transition. He yelled my name, and he is an insane biker, and it took him 20 minutes to catch me, which usually it shouldn't because he is insane, guys. He is crazy. And as he passed me, literally going at the speed of light, he yelled at me and he said he had a flat. His front tire was flat, so he had to deal with that before heading out. And I tried not to let it like mess with my head. Like, I don't know, it makes me sad to think like Jacob could have had a perfect day out there, and like starting off the bike with a flat tire is not the way you want to do that. But before the turnaround, I saw him and he was literally the 2nd overall guy in the bike. I don't know how the hell he did that because he lost a lot of time, but he is insane. I think I got it. He did a 2 hour and 10 minute bike, and his average power was 271, average weighted 276, 25.7 miles per hour. Oh my God. So when I saw that Jacob was still having a good race, that made me feel good too. And on the halfway point, I started heading back. I didn't really feel a headwind, but I was keeping the same effort, and I could tell I was going slower. So I kind of saw like I wasn't going to be hitting that sub 230. I don't love to chase times for this exact reason. You don't know if there's going to be headwind or anything happening. So I kind of put that goal to the wayside, and I just was like, you're having a great race anyway, like let's just keep it going. And the nutrition was feeling really good. My bottles were going down easy, which used to be a problem for me. Like having carb mix really messed with my tummy, but now my tummy is like an iron gut, so it was coming down easy. And I was having 100 grams of carbs per hour, but I actually felt like I needed another gel. I went through all my gels. I think I had like 5 total or something, and I was like, I'm gonna grab a Morton at the next aid station because I'm kind of hungry. So I tried, and I don't want to blame volunteers or anything. Thank you, volunteers. But the way she was holding it, like it was like impossible to grab it, even though I slowed down like pretty considerably. So I missed it. I was like, okay, like it's fine. Okay. But by the time I was into transition, I was like, I need a gel. I always throw like a few extra gels on the floor just in case I need it for this exact reason. So I just grabbed a couple more before heading out to the run, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me finish up what I did on the bike. So anyways, the nutrition was going well, but honestly, I felt like I needed more sodium. I did 1550 milligrams of sodium per hour, and I'm gonna bump that up to 2000 and I just got the H-drop sweat sensor, so I'm gonna be playing around with that more and really honing that in for my next races. But that was definitely one of my biggest mistakes of the day. Like I wish I had more sodium, but the bike like flew by. Like shaving off, like usually I can easily do a 240 bike, but doing a 230 bike, like I don't know what it is about those extra 10 minutes. Like, it just makes the bike feel so much faster. And ever since I've done an Ironman, these races honestly feel so short. Mentally, it's just so easy for me now. So that has been a huge game changer since doing a full Ironman and then coming back to the half Ironmans, and also having that shorter swim. It's just a shorter day in general, and it felt a lot easier. And if you've been following along, you know I've been practicing my flying dismounts, and I will see now, okay? Because I've never practiced it like after doing a really hard effort, and the last thing I wanted to happen was like a huge cramp or falling or anything like that. So I just got off the bike like normal. And honestly, where I was racked in transition was so close, and it's all grass, so it's super easy to run through. So I was like, you know what, let's not take off the shoes. We'll do it at our bike. So no flying dismount for me, and I didn't hit my goal of a sub 230. I did a 231.50, which is 22.13 miles per hour, 35.6 K. And I hit a power PR of 172 normalized. And my average heart rate was 158, which is a super good effort for me. I had the third fastest bike in my age group and 12th in the gender, and transition 2 went really well. I did it in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. We headed out into the run. I had 2 gels immediately, just felt like I needed it. And the weather was literally perfect. If you guys have been watching, you know I was really nervous because Oregon could be like 90 degrees, you don't know. And I've been doing a lot of heat training and preparation for that. And of course, on race day, it was beautiful. It was like low 70s. It was cloudy. It was the best weather I've ever had at a race. And I was like, oh, of course. But I'm not complaining. I did not want to put that heat training to the test. I can tell you that much. And it was so beautiful. That race course is insane. It is covered, like you have shade basically the entire time, which is new to me. I've actually, like all the races I've done are pretty exposed, so that was nice. It is not spectator friendly. You don't see anyone really the entire time because you run out to like this park and you do your loops out there and you're just around other athletes, but you don't really see anyone spectating. There's like this one small area where people sometimes go drive out to, but you're really not going to see many people. And the first mile, I felt amazing. I did 7:30 pace, but we all know that first mile lies to you, and it lied to me because miles 2 through 5 were like, they were tough. I don't know. I felt like my tummy was like not feeling great. It wasn't horrible though. I was just like nervous. I was like, oh God, like don't trust a fart type thing going on. I felt cramping like starting to happen a little bit in my calves and in my feet. So I always carry salt sticks, and I carry a lot of them. I carry 20, and I basically had them like all through miles 2 through 5. I was just having a few here and there with my water, which also had sodium in it. And I just waited for it to kick in, and I finally got into the groove at like mile 5. And this is the first race where I've like actually felt like a runner. I was having like a way more efficient run stride. And something that was completely different is usually a lot of people catch me on the run. That's where, you know, usually that's my weakness, and that's where everyone starts to catch me. And I was thinking, like, as I was running, I was like, it's only a matter of time. They're coming. But really, I think only like 5 or 6 passed me the entire time, which is very like new to me. And it was a really cool experience to feel like I wasn't like losing positions. I had the 7th fastest run in my age group, which I'm happy with because this age group, you guys are so fast. Like, I miss the 18 to 24 age group so much. But at the same time, it is nice to like, I feel like I'm really having to race now, and they're making me stronger. Like I do enjoy the competition and, you know, having to really try hard. So I felt like I was running a little scared because I was nervous that they were coming, but they didn't really come. So that was really cool. I kept it pretty steady throughout too, and then I let it rip that last mile, and I really gave it my all out there. So I'm like super happy with the day. So my run ended up being a 1:41.21. I will get that sub 140 one day. It was average pace of 7:42, a 4:47 kilometer pace. I got to the finish line. Jacob and Chris were there cheering me on. I went up to Jacob. I was like, what place did I get? Because I had no idea. Like, I didn't have any spectators. I didn't know what was going on. Usually I have some sort of clue when I get off the bike, like what place I'm in. But I had no clue all day. And Jacob told me I got 5th place. And I was like, oh, yes. We're back on the podium. Like, thank God. Like, I thought it was going to be another like 2 years before I saw that podium again, being the little 24-year-old in the 25 to 29 age group. So I'm super happy with that. Honestly, I'd be just as happy with 5th place as 1st place, because as long as I'm bringing home, let me get it. As long as I'm bringing home this puppy, I don't care what place I get. And guess what else? Boom. Jacob brought home some hardware as well. Jacob got 4th in his age group. I'm super psyched for him. I mean, those boys are just so competitive, especially in our 25 to 29. He ended up doing a 4:15:33 overall. I did a 4:39:09, and it was overall like a great race day. Oregon is literally such a beautiful course. I am tempted to go back next year, and I'm so happy I got on the podium. Like it was just like the perfect weekend. And Jacob and I did qualify for the World Championships, but we are not going. The World Championships are in Nice next year. We're not going because we got our sights set on different goals this year. Next up, we have Ironman 70.3 Santa Cruz, and then the big A race of the year, we're going back to Ironman California, and hopefully we can snag a Kona slot. So hopefully we will be going to the full Ironman World Championships. We will see how that goes. I'm so psyched with this race because the lead up wasn't great. I went to Coachella twice. I had my wedding. I got sick like twice or 3 times. I don't know how many times. And I was still able to pull this out. So yeah, that'll wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oregon is a great race. I do recommend it to all. And I'll see you guys in the next one.